Boy, I can't wait to play the third one.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman.
I'm certain that he's a dead corpse.
That tram reminds me of the tram I used to take every morning on the way to school.
Oh my goodness, it's him. It's Trump. It's Obama J. Trump, my worst fear. You're no god. What can I say? I'm a professional boxer. Oh,
You
darn.
know, I have no idea how proud I
Stop! I was 5 years old.
The end.
And I was working in the coal mines of Oklahoma. I was working there one day. It was a normal day, normal 9 to 5. I clock in, and I look over, and there's just like a monkey thing just comes out of the entrance of the mine.
Was the monkey color?
It was very monkey color. So I'm looking at it, and it looks at me. It looks me dead in the face. And it just says, "I'm already Tracer." He went back in the cave, and I ran to my boss, who was also my adopted father. And I screamed at him, like, "There's a monkey thing in the cave, and he's already Tracer." My father looked at me. He's like, "Such is the game of life, son. This was your first
I want
lesson.
to be Tracer.
Congratulations, you have passed." And I looked at him confused because I didn't know what he's talking about. But then I realized that there were 17 cameras, and it was all a prank, bro.
Give me a little space, woman. Jesus.
So you're finally awake.
I look over up at the very top of the shelf, and what do I see? None other than what every child of 7 years wishes to have.
Stable marriage.
If I had that with me, then that dog wouldn't attack me because it would be too scared to.
A few moments later.
It ate me. One time I walked up to my mom on Mother's Day and I was like, I baked you a cake for Mother's Day. I hope you liked it. And then she took the cake and she smiled and she looked at me and she said, "Dad and I are getting divorced. It's your fault."
Oh no, it's a Chinese one. Run.
Polio incarnate.
Hello.
Polio incarnate.
Kill it.
No.
I am the vaccine. Darn it. Darn it, I think I just gave her autism.
Why has nobody ever used that as like a one-liner in action film?
You're
They
the
walk up
disease and
and
I'm the vaccine.
Yes.
You're polio and I'm the vaccine. The tea tree oil will fight off the polio, you'll see.
I mean, it's better than automism.
Automaton?
It's better than automatonism.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys about the time the time that I got kidnapped by Santa Claus? So he came to my house on Christmas Eve. Me being the little tyke I was, I stayed up all night waiting for him to arrive.
Okay.
I hear a noise and I go downstairs. I'm like, oh, what is that? Is that Joseph Stalin, my hero? And it turned out it was just the other man.
The other red man. The capitalist red
The other
man.
big jolly red man things ever freaks. It was just Santa Claus. Now, at first I was bummed out, like, oh man, not just Stalin, that's really disappointing. But then I thought to myself, if I capture this jolly red giant, he could bring a good penny on the black market.
The red market.
So I go to get a fishing net to catch the jolly red giant, and I sneak up behind him and I put the fish net over him. But as it turned out, it was just some fishnet stockings. So it did nothing. And Santa was just
How?
like, oh,
How
wow,
what?
okay, you've seen me now, so you're just gonna have to come with me. because people can't know I exist. So he just picked me up over his shoulder and he tossed me in the. He tied up my hands and tossed me in the back of the sleigh.
Oh, you're the guy they based the feature film Elf on. The
And,
critically acclaimed
what
feature
kind-
film Elf.
I don't like people knowing that, you know. I just don't like the kind of fame. So
But
he
dude,
put me in the back of the sleigh.
You were the inspiration for the critically acclaimed feature avant-garde film Elf.
Yeah,
Who lost
I
in New York?
mean,
Elf 2 Lost
I
in-
mean, the movie gets a lot of
The
stuff
attack on the
wrong.
Wookiees.
The movie gets a lot of stuff wrong, in all honesty. So, I didn't clung to the bag like I said. I tried to do the fishnet thing and everything, and then he tied me up and put me in the sleigh.
Uh-huh.
And he took me to the North Pole.
Oh, nice.
And,
Did an elf adopt you?
no, Elf did not adopt me. They don't really do that. They don't take in outsiders. They're kind of racist like that.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. No wonder they give me crap toys.
They have, like, the drinking fountains for the Asian elves and the white elves.
They have Asian elves?
The Mexican elves and everything, you know.
I didn't know they were so multicultural yet racist. I thought they were their own race.
No, it turns out they're just a bunch of short people that Santa
Ah.
kidnapped. He took me to the North Pole and he was like, alright, kid, now that you're here, you're not just gonna get to lounge around smooth and mooch off me. You're gonna have to earn your place. So he put me in the slave house and I became his slave. I worked for him for gosh, I don't know, about like 2 years maybe. You know, making the toys, the occasional eggnog break, you know. And one day I just kind of realized I don't like it in North Pole. It's cold and barren, and all the people here are really racist. And I went to Santa one day and I was like, hey, I know you've provided me shelter and food and everything for the past 2 years, but like I kind of want to leave. And he just got into this fit of absolute rage. Like, I'm pretty sure at one point he turned into some kind of big old tentacle monster. I knew where he kept the shotgun underneath his desk. So I leapt behind the desk, I pulled the shotgun, I pumped it, and I was like, you're the disease, and I'm the vaccination. And I pumped the shotgun, and I shot him 3 times in the head.
Silent night, bloody night.
It'll be a silent night for you when
So I shot him 3 times in the head, and he just disappeared off to Norway. You know, in The Wizard of Oz, how she's like, Dorothy, you gotta click your heels 3 times to go home. It was kind of like that, except you gotta shoot him 3 times in the head to send him to
Norway.
Yes.
He vanished. He disappeared off to Norway, and I went out of the. I left his office and I told Mrs. Claus, "Your husband has gone to Norway." And Mrs. Claus, she started to freak out, and she actually became an alcoholic, and she's still an alcoholic to this day.
Poor Mrs.
But,
Claus. A victim of
Yeah,
circumstance.
after, long story short, after that instance, Santa no longer wanted to be Santa. He's now just the jolly red giant tentacle monster that breaks into kids' houses at night and terrorizes them on Christmas Eve.
Oh, so that's why I was visited by a red Cthulhu the other night.
A normal 9 to 5
Yeah.
for me. I don't know what you're about.
Well, I can
Now, after
empathize.
all
I
that
too have had my
happened,
fortune destroyed by a young boy I took in and made my slave.
You know, I freed all the racist elves, so now they're all off
Having a race
making
war.
their way in the world by making their own plantations where they force other elf races to work.
Sounds about right. Circle of life, you know?
And I
You cure
returned back
racism
to
so
my
they can be
hometown.
racist amongst themselves. That's the circle of life.
I returned back to my hometown and I told my parents the story about what happened, and they were like, Wow, son, that's a lot to take in. So we can't take you in, and I live under a bridge now.